$300 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
Everybody hits the brakes between now and the beginning of the year. Hopefully,
top of the hour.
once Georgia.
Wikipedia
But
is
a lot of
totally
people do
accurate
that.
on
They
some
kind of turn it
stuff.
off and like, oh, we'll do the reset then and see what happens when everybody is seated in January.
I didn't even hear what you said there because in my headphones I'm playing Christmas music.
Yeah, no, I was actually singing Christmas music in my head while I was singing, which is weird. And so I la 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 and whatnot. And so
Ridiculous.
the whole problem that I think you have.
Hate when they park so
I
close like
guess
that.
my
Can't
question
fucking
would-
get out.
You announced November 15th. Think about this. You announced November 15th.
My car gets
Does
fucking
it
speeds.
create even more fatigue, or is it a wash because he's had rallies or he's been at rallies, he's campaigned for, a number of people along the way? I don't know. Election fatigue is something you want to avoid, but also you really need to build momentum on your messaging. And it just goes back to the content of your messaging, of what you think people want to hear. You introduce more and more that will announce. I think you're going to have a wider field in the GOP. You said this during break to me earlier, and I agree. I think there's going to be a wider field. You're going to have more people that will run on the right in 24.
Unfortunately, people like Kasich may may say, or Romney. Well,
Yeah.
This is a time because people want the leadership that I'm going to provide.
Honestly, I think both of those are distinct possibilities. Because Romney's, now he has to decide whether he wants. I've always said, gosh, he may not want to run in 24 again. He might be done in the Senate, and so he may be looking. That may be the whole play all along. But I do think that you're going to have a wider field. And I don't know on fundraising. I think the mega donors are really going to be measured. I think on both the left and the right. Because does it make sense? Maybe in Georgia, they thought it made sense to back a Stacey Abrams. And how much of that money that went into, like a Stacey Abrams in Georgia, helped other Democrats, while it didn't get her over the top, helped other Democrats in that state? I can't tell you. And because of a down ballot, or there could have been just enough people showing up for her to get it done for Warnock. I don't know. Can't dissect that in 24 hours. That's going to have to be dissected in the future, and if ever. But I think the mega donors right now are remeasuring too, because they're thinking, all right, because you look at that, Texas isn't going to do it. So maybe we don't pour that money into Beto running against Greg Abbott. Maybe we pour that into I don't know, the governor of California, Newsom, running for president or something. And I think you remeasure. I guess I have a question about that. Are they remeasuring? We certainly have heard it from one mega donor saying, okay, it's time to move on from Trump on the right. Well, is that going to happen on the left? I don't know. Soros, I think, is always going to be one of those who's going to fund a number of help to fund a number of campaigns. There are others on the left. It's funny because in 2012 you bring up Romney. In 2012, Yahoo News did an article, the list of billionaires supporting Romney, and I was like, look at the mega billionaires supporting the left.
Yeah, I think we said that.
They were high, these high profile people, and I think that has to be measured. But for Trump specific, he's not going to want to spend his own money.
No,
Some of it, yes, but you're going to need $1 billion, $1.5 billion. Inflation, $1 billion now.
yeah, you're gonna need a ton of money in order to do it, and one of the problems right now political is, and by the way, if I'm Warnock, I don't want Stacey Abrams.
I thought about that.
I do not want Stacey Abrams.
I thought about that. Don't bring the loser on
No,
the trail.
you don't bring somebody who's a loser on the trail with you. I don't know who he would bring right now, but you
I'm guessing Kemp's not going to do it.
well, you know something, they may be so, again, he may sit there and go, all right, it was a great victory, I'm going to bring Biden.
No, I think
That
he might.
that could happen, but as to right now, you're looking at the problem for Walker right now is he's alone. And what I mean alone is he can't pick up some votes because Kemp is on the ballot. And also, he can't run against Stacey Abrams in any way. There isn't that Walker stands alone now going up against Warnock. If Trump announces and then he's already endorsed Walker, you have Republicans that are pressuring him right now saying, don't do this. Because if you announce and Walker loses, or you announce and do a rally for Walker and he loses, well then you have 2020, you have the Senate race, that when his lawyers were out telling people not to vote the
Right.
last time,
Right.
you have that, you have what just happened, and then you have another Senate race loss. You've got 4 things where you are perceived to have lost.
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
And so it's soul searching time for Trump right now. But I believe you're going to have, I think now, Republicans smell blood in the water. They believe that Trump is a much weaker candidate for 2024 based on just what happened over the last 48 hours. It was completely reversed. Everything changed like that because of this election. Politics is like that. And so everybody, some of the so-called Republicans who are going to run is going to be,
In the primary of 24. Yeah. Well, when you said Kasich, I was like, because every time I just heard his name. Well, every time I think of him, he's eating. It seemed like every time the media was talking to him during prime time, he had something in his mouth. I understand the idea of going to the local cafe and talking to the folks, but could you talk to the media first and eat later? But yeah, it is going to be, I think it is, because it really gets down to, the big names that will go. It'll be an interesting dynamic to see Pence versus Trump. That debate, those primary debates, are going to be.
let me throw this out with somebody like Tim Scott finally throw his hat for the ring. I'm trying to think of Republicans who are thinking, okay, let me at least see, where I can go on this.
Yeah, okay. I think you could see, there are a number of them that I think you could see in 24. I'm trying to think here.
I'm throwing out names. With Josh Hawley.
I don't know, actually. Cotton has already said no. I'm not going to run. So he's not. It could be. Could have Ted Cruz throw his hat in again. I could see from Ted Cruz's standpoint him wanting to do